Black people have got to be just as sophisticated in our analysis of power as our opposition is, because you better believe they understand exactly what is going on with power. Here's an example of what that looks like in the Tennessee context. So recently I learned about this organization describing itself as a Tennessee 3-PAC. So a lot of folks who are in the audience who are in Tennessee and Nashville, y'all know about the Tennessee 3, you know about Justin Jones, Justin Pearson, Gloria Johnson, and their protest in the well of the state capitol in the aftermath of the Covenant shooting. So these folks are coming in and saying, look, we got to do something about these guns and the accessibility to these guns, the gun violence at an epidemic level. Our children, 3 children and 3 administrators at the Covenant School here in Green Hills in Nashville, shot and killed by an armed shooter. We got to do something. We cannot allow this to continue. And so understanding this and the ethos, the zeitgeist of the moment, there were some very sophisticated folks, I would say that they're in the opposition, who want to do nothing about gun violence, who in fact are taking support from gun lobbyists and gun manufacturers and don't want to hear from the voices of the people who have been impacted by gun violence. So this special session that's going to be starting in a couple of days on Monday, folks are trying to center and have concerns and conversations about the need for reforms to address these issues and concerns around public safety. But instead, our governor wants to talk about what we're going to do about mental health, which again, I'm not saying mental health is not a concern or an issue. Right. We absolutely need to be doing background checks and making sure that folks who are not mentally unwell or a danger to themselves or to other people are getting access to dangerous weapons. Absolutely true. We agree there. But the other side in the proclamation says we're going to be talking about what we need to do to enhance punishments for juvenile offenders who use a gun to commit a crime. That's not what we asked for.
Right.
We didn't say in an instance where young people are being shot and killed by bad actors who have weapons, that what we need to be doing is further criminalizing the young people who have access to these weapons, rather than doing something about the access for individuals who shouldn't have the guns. They got the wrong message. They didn't understand the assignment.
Yeah, they did.
The reality was people were demanding that we do something about access to these weapons so that we can stop this mass carnage and these mass shootings that are occurring on a regular basis. But the opposition heard, oh, what you want us to do is you want us to further criminalize young people who get access to a gun. That's what you're saying. That's not what we said at all. So what I was saying about that is this. When they saw the Tennessee 3 into the well, they expelled Justin Jones, Justin Pearson. They were later reinstalled and have now been reelected to the state legislature. Shout out to the people of Nashville and Memphis who represent districts 51 and 86, doing what they could to make sure that those voices were made at the table. But the opposition didn't go to sleep.
No.
They decided they would create an organization called the Tennessee 3-PAC, people thinking, oh, well, here's our opportunity on a national scale or a local scale to sow resources and money into the Tennessee 3-PAC to support these folks, Justin Jones, Justin Pearson, and Gloria Johnson, to make sure that they can continue their good work. But no. If you follow the money and you recognize who it is that's registered the Tennessee 3-PAC, it's a group of conservative Republican bundlers, many of whom have associations and connections with the NRA and with other kinds of gun manufacturing groups and gun rights groups. So this is literally the opposition using the phantasm of the Tennessee 3 image to try to raise money for opposition to everything that they stand for. Finesse, right? We've seen the finesse all the time. We hear about it in the news, and they often will put a black or brown face on the person doing the finessing, but very often the people who are really doing the finesse, the people who are really using these structures and systems to benefit, and in some instances to undermine the power that we are building, are folks who are standing on the opposite side of the dynamic that we are trying to create. So it's very important that we follow the money. It's very important that we understand who these actors are, what they're representing, and what positions they actually hold, whether or not they claim to be representing our interests. Because again, we got to turn back to the understanding of the difference between representation and empowerment. Just because somebody say they with you don't mean they really with you. And you got to make sure you always look for the receipts. Don't just look at the seat. Look for the receipts, because you got to see where these people get their money from and who's really backing them to truly understand what they're about. Sorry.